guys, we are back with another song by Eminem. And which one are we doing today?
Today we're doing Yah Yah. You know it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's featuring Black Thought, Royce the 5'9", and Mr. Porter.
Okay. I don't know.
So yeah, I doubt that you would know the song. So it's a very old school type song, the beat, and QTip. Did I not mention QTip?
No.
Who did I say? Royce,
Mr.
Porter,
Porter and
Black Thought. Yeah, okay.
someone else?
Yeah. So there's a few rappers on here. Um So yeah, this is like heavy on old school hip hop influences. So
Okay.
I have the lyrics from Genius pulled up, and we're actually going to refer to the annotations in this video, like while we're doing it, because I don't even know half of them. Like
If you don't know, I don't.
it's like that old school, you know what I mean?
Oops.
It's like
Sorry.
very old school. So either way, besides that, we're gonna do what we always do. We'll listen, we'll break it down, all that good stuff.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Sorry. Hungry. 1 minute. Okay. We are sponsored by Carnivore Snacks. This is the ribeye flavor. Definitely one of my favorites. Also, all of the sliders are my favorites. Those are great. If you haven't tried Carnivore Snacks before, I'd probably start with the sliders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, start with the sliders. They're like perfectly round, like little potato chips. Like it's a good entryway into Carnivore Snacks if you've never had it before. And then this one's amazing. I would call it like a step 2, just to like get your feet wet with the sliders first. So they're all minimal ingredients. This one is grass-fed beef ribeye with Redmond real salt. It is regeneratively raised. They're free-range, grass-fed, healthy meat, and absolutely delicious. Like I said, it's like eating meat potato chips, which is amazing. Probably the best snack in the world. Again, I always point this out. It is Joe Rogan's favorite snack. He promotes these too, which kind of makes me feel pretty cool. But yeah, they're really, really good. And if you haven't tried it, I really recommend it. And you really, really should try it. You can use our coupon code WithSmith for 15% off your order. And the link is in the description below. We're also sponsored by Chomps, which is one of my other favorite meat snacks and my favorite beef jerky. They're super soft, moist, delicious. Hold up, go a little up, a little more up. That gray one right there, that's a salt and pepper venison. That one's my absolute favorite. Love that one. And they're also minimal ingredients, only ingredients you can pronounce and understand. Minimal calories, and you can literally bring them wherever. You put them in your bag, if you're a girl or a guy, whatever. If you have a bag, I don't know. Put them in your pocket. You put them anywhere, your backpack.
In your butt.
Don't do that. But you can bring them anywhere, eat them anywhere. They're amazing. Super delicious. You can use our coupon code WithSmith for 10% off your order and an additional 10% off subscriptions. And we are also sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is one of the best websites to get tickets for. You get concert tickets, sporting event tickets, comedian tickets, any type of ticket featured in that list that James was just looking at. And even more beyond that list. Like they have all the same types of tickets that any other ticket website has. It's just with this one, you will save $20 off your first purchase with our coupon code WithSmith, which is really great if you're in the market for concert tickets. You'll save $20. When do you ever save $20 on something? And again, with Smith, $20 off your first purchase. Links in the description below. Like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. We'll throw our handle right there. And yeah, that's it from me.
All right. And as I said, this is Yah Yah,
Yeah,
featuring Royce the 5'9", Black Thought, QTip, and Denaun,
it's a lot.
Mr. Porter.
It's a lot
Yes.
of people.
And this is track 10 off of Music to Be Murdered By. Again, this is going to be a weird video. We've never done one like this. We're actually referring to the lyrics with the annotations on Genius, but I think the song calls for it. So here we go. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, 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 yo. People! sound. I sound like these clowns, like he sound. My flow all over the place, fofo in the waist. I'm so innovative, po in the way I roll over him and make bacon and call him a pig. Won't you hop up off of my dick? Words no way, I'm at lost by him. I give you a JFK on the front lawn of MLK in the crossfire. I have evolved into the lost diaries of the mob and the wrong child. I feel like God bought the vials and I am just laying down inside him like caulking tile.
Man, here we go. I said that we live in the land of criminal. My era, so original. I survived it and that's a miracle. Man.
Cause I'm from Slaughterhouse. Check yourself. Like Ice Cube said before you wreck yourself. Like Wu-Tang said you should protect yourself. I got him going. Yo.
Okay.
I've heard this before. I think you've played it.
Yeah, you probably heard me playing it. Okay, so this is the weird part. So this is awkward. But I really do
We
think
need
it
assistance.
yeah, no, for real, we do. I'm not going to remember half of the references because they're so in depth. And like I said, a lot of them I don't even know. It's like
Yeah,
that old
you don't
school and in
like
depth.
listen to this a lot. I don't think. I think I've heard this like only a few times.
Yes. So it starts off the intro with the "Yeah Yeah Yeah" that you hear. So interestingly enough, so this is what I'm referring to, like why I need this help. Um, it's an interpolation of the introduction to Busta Rhymes, "Woo Ya, got you in check," right? So that's like something. Let me see if I can make this so you guys can see this. Is it visible on the screen?
It's decent.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Gets the crowd going. All right. So Royce starts off. He has the first verse. He says, bum stickety bum, huh? I got that old rumpa pump pump." So this is referencing. So this one I knew. DOS effects. They want effects. So they show the lyrics here. Bum stickety bum, hun. I got that old rumpa pump pump. The fee fi fo fum. Right. So Royce is doing a play on that, right? It's a little homage to that song.
Oh,
So things like this are littered throughout this. And again, I don't know all of them, so this is why we're going to it. So yeah, Das Effect. So that old rumpa pump pump. So it's weird, the bum stickety. So the rumpa pump, I'm assuming it's a gun, but it could be a dick. Because when he's saying like bum stickety, I'm like, oh, is it a bum? You know what I mean? Like ass.
maybe.
But I can feel
It's
it.
just a
Here I
noise.
come. Yeah. Okay, then he continues. A punk will jump up to get him a beat down. I like that. A punk will jump up to get him a
Mm.
beat down. At least sound. I sound like the oh Jesus, where we go? I sound like these clowns, like he sound. My flow all over the place. 4-4 in the waist. I'm so innovative. So he actually splits that bar up. The innovative. Um, this isn't a verified annotation. Okay, so the punk will jump up to get him a beat down. That's a brand Nubian song. So again,
Okay.
I wouldn't remember this. I don't fuck
I
with
was like,
Lord Jamar. It's with Lord Jamar. So yeah, he's the one that always says Eminem's like a guest in hip hop. He like has beef with him. He was part of that group.
oh,
Yeah. Okay, so then he says, I'm so innovative. So again, he split up the bar, which is cool. Po in the way, I'll roll over him and make bacon and call him a pig. Won't you hop up off my dick? So it's pretty straightforward. Run over the cops. Uh, Words in the way, I'm at a loss by him. I give you a JFK on the front lawn of MLK in the crossfire. So that's funny. I didn't know till a few years ago that like because we live in New York, so there's JFK and there's like Martin Luther King Boulevard, but MLK Boulevard is like all across the country. Like it's in multiple cities and states. I didn't know that till a few years ago.
like they all have one.
Yeah,
There's one in New York.
yeah, there is.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was like a local thing, but it's like no, a lot of people
Oh,
renamed Martin Luther King
yeah.
Boulevard. So when he says, I'll give you a JFK on the front lawn of MLK. So JFK obviously got his head blown off, and then Martin Luther King. So it's usually a street, typically urban. It's typically in black areas, highly populated black areas. Then he continues, I have evolved into the lost diaries of the mob and the Rothschilds. So the
So saying
Rothschild,
like he's a combination of those two things.
yes, the Rothschilds, they're the famous rich banking family, like the richest people in
Yeah.
the world. Wealthy Jewish family, that 19th century, largest
The
private fortune.
Rothschilds were
Oh yeah,
Jewish.
that's where a lot of the conspiracies come in because
It
they're
doesn't
Jewish.
sound Roth, the Childs. I don't.
Yeah, true. Interesting. Okay, then he says, I feel like God broke the vials and I'm just laying down inside him like caulk and tile. And then Q-tip. So wait, I feel like God broke the vials and I'm just laying down. Okay, so he's like crack, he's like drugs. He's saying he feels like, vials of crack or whatever.
Mhm.
So he's laying inside him like caulk and tile.
And then I don't know if he says Q-tip
Yes.
because if you've ever like caulked and tiled a bathroom or watched someone do it, they usually use Q-tips
That
to
is
get rid of like the excess.
excess.
I don't know if that's what he's going for though.
So Q-tip is singing the chorus, but you're right. It could be a play on that, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. And so then it goes into the chorus, which is we hear Q-tip. Man, here we go. I said that we live in the land of criminal. My era so original. Uh-huh. I survived it, and that's a miracle. Amen. Because I'm from Slaughterhouse. People, check yourself. Like Ice Cube said, before you wreck yourself. Bitches, like Wu-Tang said, you should protect yourself. Animals, I got him going. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
It's a pretty good chorus.
It is. So they're talking about the eras that they're from, the old school hip hop, right? So then when Royce says, because I'm from Slaughterhouse, people, so check yourself. So it explains here on the annotation, it says, it's a reference to Ice Cube's Check Yourself. So chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? And then he goes into like Wu-Tang said, you should protect yourself. So protect your neck from Wu-Tang. So again, all of them are doing like homages to old school hip hop artists. You know what I
It's
mean?
pretty cool.
Yes. So all right. We are gonna pick it up here with Black Thought.
Yo, snapping necks plus I'm live in effect. I'm in a slick Rick eye patch, but I got it from Hex. Rappers avoid eye contact. That's out of respect for the God in the flesh. The ominous and dominance Rex. They be like, you put the thought on, yikes. If I told y'all once, I told y'all twice. That motherfucker is nice. I'm the king of the blood sport on mics. I'm from an era you had beef. Y'all probably fist fought on sight. Get your ass beat at the basketball court on spite. That tell your wife to put your life support on ice. I'm the rap Pernell Whitaker, the honorable minister. Leaving every amateur inoperable. I finished them. Making plaques out of their head like dead venison. Used to be the battle tonight with M. Illiton. Spilling over fabulous shams, my man Dillicent. Rep speak for me, I am the ventriloquist. I'm so stubborn the government won't govern that brother you spoke of. It just wasn't as dope, was it? I'm cold buzzing, I never been low budget. A taste of your own medicine, here come a dose of it. I break free like Chesamar. Keep them guessing hard while broads say my bars is like ASMR. All my dogs is out the reservoir. Top 5, I'm what the legends are. Live at the edge of darkness and light. One phone call, my youngest taking flight. You a bark, bitch, and never bite. Long kiss goodnight. I stay heated. My people in a place needed. If you ain't standing up for yourself, then stay seated. And they cheated. They lied like a miracle. Vespucci, I'm a miracle. I'm still super lyrical. Live from the Terror Dome. Loud like a megaphone. Tough most the third. 7-inch heaven bones.
Here we go. I said that we live in the land of criminal. My era so original. I survived it and that's a miracle. Man.
Cause I'm from Slaughterhouse. Check yourself. Like Ice Cube said before you wreck yourself. Like Wu-Tang said you should protect yourself. I got him going.
Okay. So yeah, there's so much shit in that verse. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Okay, so I should point out, so each person on here is technically a member of like different groups. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So Black Thought's from the Roots.
Okay.
Okay, so he comes in, he says, "Yo, snapping next, plus I'm live in effect. I'm the Slick Rick. I'm in the Slick Rick eye patch, but I got it from Hex." Okay, so this is a reference to They Want Effects Das Effect again, right? And then it says the opening line interprets the song's chorus, which was sampled from Eric Sermon's EPMD song Underground, Snap a Neck for some live effects. So again, this is like old school references before the time of hip hop that I even really listened to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm in the Slicker eye patch, but I got it from Hex. Rappers avoid eye contact that's out of respect. So that's a cool bar. But Slick Rick, I don't know if you
Yeah.
can see here, he had the eye patch.
Oh, he's blind in one eye?
Yeah. He was
Kind
only
of
18
like
months old. Interesting.
kind of like Fatty.
Yeah. So Slick Rick Hex murder lost his vision in his left eye due to a hemorrhagic stroke and left him wheelchair bound. Honestly, I don't even know who Hex is. Like, that goes deeper than my knowledge. So that's cool. So he's saying he's wearing the Slick Rick eye patch, right? But he got it from Hex. So two one-eyed rappers. Rappers avoid eye contact. That's out of respect. So he does a play on the them not having eyes, right? Wearing an eye patch, and he says rappers avoid eye contact out of
So okay.
respect. Yeah. So no. So he's saying he's going from talking about the two guys with one eye, right? And then he's saying rappers won't look at me. They won't have eye contact out of respect. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I get it. I
Like,
just
because
think
he has both eyes.
that like not making eye contact with someone is rude, and
Sometimes,
to me,
yeah, it's like very like diminutive and deferential to not look somebody in the
yeah.
eyes. You know what I mean? Yeah. So then he continues, for the God in the flesh. So that's out of respect for the God in the flesh, the ominous Indominus Rex.
So dinosaur.
This is a reference to the hybrid dinosaur in Jurassic World. Oftentimes, the creature would camouflage itself with the help of its DNA of a cuttlefish. Oh, that's cool.
What?
It was able to detect others. That's interesting. Okay, so he's saying he's God in the flesh, and he's also like the hybrid dinosaur from Jurassic Park that has the cuttlefish stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. And then he continues, they'd be like, you put the thought on, yikes. If I told y'all once, I told y'all twice. That motherfucker is nice. I'm the king of the blood sport on mics. I'm from an era you had beef, you probably fist fought on sight. So this is straightforward. People are scared. Oh shit, Black Thought's on there. King of the blood sport. So, he's the best in this. He kills people on the mics. And back then, if you had beef with somebody, the second you saw them, you're fighting. Get your ass beat at the basketball court on spite, then tell your wife to put your life support on ice.
What does that
Put your life
mean?
support on ice. So
Money? Like put the money in the freezer?
no, so your life support. So he beat you up, then you're on life support, right? But he said if you put it on ice, that typically means like if you put something on ice, you're like holding off on it, like oh let's put that idea on ice. You know what I mean? Let's like save that for later. So is he saying to stop the life support? Is that what he means by that? Or keep it going? Do you know what I
If you
mean?
put something on ice, it's to like save it for later.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If you put the life support on ice, it's like, you
So
know,
I don't know. For some reason, I see things really weirdly. So to me, they're basically saying like, "Oh, you'll get your ass beat. Like you can't do shit, and you're not gonna make it here." And then tell your wife to put your life support on ice. To me, like life support, like a person who's not dying, because he didn't say that he was. So for someone who's not dying, to me, like my life support is my money.
no, he is dying. Get your ass beat down on the basketball court on spite, then tell your wife to put your life support on ice.
So tell her not to save
Well,
him.
that's what I'm saying. The life support on
Okay.
ice is a weird one. So it seems like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Okay, then he continues. I'm the rap Pernell Winiker, the honorable minister, leaving every amateur inoperable. I finished him. So Pernell Whitaker is a boxer that I knew.
I
Um,
didn't know that.
the honorable minister. So I don't know if he's referencing Minister Farrakhan or just he's referring to himself as an honorable minister because you typically hear with Farrakhan, you hear the honorable minister Farrakhan. But, he's just calling himself the honorable minister, leaving every amateur inoperable. I finished him. So he's going from the beating your ass to the life support line, and then inoperable kind of goes like with that hospital
Yeah, like
scheme
you can't be saved. So
a little
yeah, I
bit.
guess that's what that means. I was just looking at it strangely.
Yeah. So he finished all the amateurs. Making plaques out of their head like dead venison. So that's cool.
Okay.
He's like, oh, like he killed them and
Like my favorite chumps.
yeah. Then he says, used to be the bad lieutenant with militant. I don't know if it's militant. So that's a group. Okay. Let's see. See,
Questa.
this is interesting. Yeah, it's from Roots that he's in the
Yeah, I
group
know
with them.
that.
Okay, so this annotation says some of the hip hop heads confused the mentioned Bad Lieutenant with Malik B, aka M Militant.
Militant. I think it's militant. It's just spelled like that because his name is
It
Malik.
is. who, along with Tariq Black Thought Trotter and Amir Questlove Thompson, co-founded the premier hip hop group, the Roots, back in the late '80s. Blah 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 blah. However, Tariq himself clarified the doubt in a tweet way back. Bad Lieutenant is not Malik; he's militant. I used to have an alter ego named Bad Lou.
I don't get
I'm
it.
reading this and I'm still
Wait,
confused.
so his name, so he's not, okay, Malik is not bad lieutenant, he is militant. Who is
Yes.
saying that he's bad lieutenant? Like, why is that
Who's the mentioned
there?
bad lieutenant? Oh, because used to be the bad lieutenant with militant.
Okay.
Yeah, this is confusing. Oh,
Um,
so what did they say? Pretty sure bad lieutenant is Malik B. Okay, so he's responding to somebody who said,
well, so what we're missing here is what bad lieutenant even
no, no. So
is.
this is where it's originating. If you see Black Thought's responding to a tweet, right? And this person, something nuclear, right,
So they're
says
saying pretty sure
bad
bad lieutenant
lieutenant
is
is
Malik
Malik
B, but
B.
let's forget about that for 1 second. What is bad lieutenant?
So it's the reference in this. So
Or is
interesting.
bad lieutenant like a person? And then people think that he is also that person.
Yeah. So
Like, because
in
he's
res-
saying his Black Thought's alter ego is Bad Lou, so he's Bad Lou. But he's basically saying Bad Lieutenant is not Malik B. So Bad Lieutenant is someone else.
Yeah, so this
But
fan
who is that?
thought Bad Lieutenant was a reference to meet Malik B. Black Thought says that is not Malik, he's militant. So I don't know. This is like way more in the weeds than I even know when it comes to the roots and hip. You know what I mean? Black
Let me
Thought.
like look it up.
So whatever. So Black Thought is saying he used to be the Bad Lieutenant with the militant, right? Spilling over fabulous jams. My man Dilla sent. So Jay Dilla, right?
I'm looking
They
it
were label mates.
up.
Yeah, so he was a famous like producer, Jay Dilla. He died. It's not straightforward. Rap speak for me. I'm the ventriloquist. So that's a cool bar. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Rap speaking for him. So like a dummy with a puppet.
I have no idea.
Um. So yes, rap speak for me. I'm the ventriloquist. I'm so stubborn. The government won't govern. That brother you spoke of. It was just as dope, was it?
It just wasn't.
It just wasn't as dope, was it? Sorry, this is so confusing reading off the screen. I'm cold buzzing. I never been low budget. The taste of your own medicine. Here comes a dose of it. So he's stubborn. The government can't govern him. Govern him. The other people, they're just not as dope, right? He's not low budget, so he's high budget. You know, he's high class. He's good. All that shit costs money. And you're gonna get a taste of your own medicine. I break free like Chesimard, while broads say, "Oh, keep them guessing hard." While broads say my bars are like ASMR. Okay, so Joanne Chesimard, later known as Asada Shakur, was a member of the Black Panther Party. So that's interesting. We just watched the Dear
Yeah.
Mama Tupac miniseries or whatever, and
Hmm.
they were talking about Asada Shakur here. So yeah, Asada Shakur broke out of jail, which is crazy that it even happened in Clinton prison. So that's what he's saying. I break free like Chesimard, keep him guessing hard, while broads say my bars are like ASMR. That's so funny.
Hmm.
I don't even know what it stands for. Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. I didn't know. I never knew what the acronym was.
Yeah, it's like the whole history of ASMR is funny. It's like that used to be like a thing that people would get. It was like considered rare, so it's weird that like all of a sudden everyone like watches the videos of it. Like
Mhm.
people would say that they would hear certain noises or feel certain things and they would get like that chill, like
Tingle,
that
yeah.
spine tingling feeling down their back, but like not everyone gets that from sounds. So it's like interesting that ASMR like took off the way it
Yeah,
did.
but it's like a category of like the sound. People like listening to it. It's weird.
Mhm.
Okay, and then he continues, All My Dogs is out the reservoir. So play on Reservoir Dogs by Quentin Tarantino, right? Um, yeah, they're just with him. Top five, I'm where the legends are. Live at the edge of darkness and light. One phone call, my youngin's taken flight. You a bark bitch and never bite. Long Kiss Goodnight. So that's a 6 scheme. I actually like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's top 5 with all the legends, top 5 greatest rappers, straightforward, Edge of Darkness and Light. One phone call, my youngin's taking flight. So you're all bark, no bite, long kiss goodnight. So that's a play on. So there's movies, yeah. Notorious B.I.G. had Long Kiss Goodnight, but that was a take on the movie Long Kiss Goodnight from 96.
Okay.
Then he continues, I stay heated. My people in the place need it. If you ain't standing up for yourself, then stay seated. And they cheated. They lie like Amerigo Vespucci. I'm a miracle. I'm still super lyrical. Live from the Terror Dome, loud like a megaphone. Tutmos the Third with 7-inch herringbones. The lyrics were so bad on that lyric video. They're like all of these were wrong.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay, we know America Vespucci, 2 Americas named after.
yeah,
Which is so weird because it's like, didn't Christopher Columbus discover us from what I remember?
so they talk about this in this annotation here. It says while Columbus is credited with discovering America, Vespucci was also given credit for discovering the New World of South America, even though the native inhabitants on the continent were there. So
We almost could have been called Columbia,
yeah, for
I
sure.
guess.
So then, yes, live from the Terror Dome, which is, oh, interesting. So that's a reference to Public Enemy's Live from the Terror Dome. I don't know why I was thinking Mad Max. But yes, so this is another reference of old school hip hop. Live from the Terror Dome, loud like a megaphone. Tutmos the Third with 7-inch herringbone. So Tutmosis was the pharaoh.
hmm
The third ruler of ancient Egypt, a military genius. Okay. 7-inch herringbones refer to the gold jewelry often worn by royalty and the ancient military leaders. Herringbone is a layered stitching resembling bones of herringfish. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And we didn't even get to Eminem yet.
No, that's
Okay.
crazy. This is going to be another long one.
It's actually probably going to be right around.
And I have no idea
40
what's
minutes.
going on.
Yeah, so again, these are all like they're just showcasing their lyrical skills, but
No, but then
just
like talking about things and I'm like, I don't know any of these like references.
I know, like I grew up immersed in hip hop, and I'm still like, what is
Yeah, like
going
I'm
on?
lost.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So no more pauses. We're gonna play this out and then we'll break it down.
But I hope an ambulance is en route. Papers a hand grenade soon as I pull the pin out. I am the Santa Fe Mandalay and Orlando and Colorado and Columbine all combined into one. I don't walk the line, bitch, I run. Cause we don't got no time to waste, so come on, Denaun. Here come me 5 to 9 and thought, Denaun. And like a shotgun, I'm ready to cock it on them. Leave these pussies stretched out like the Octomom. Never had no trouble keeping up with the times. I just adapt to the climate. I treat it like my Levi's when they ain't buttoned up right. I adjust on the fly. Middle fingers put them high. That's why they call it a bird. Cause you put it up in the sky. And I'm like a spider crawling up your spinal column. I'm climbing all up the side of the asylum wall and diving a pile of Tylenol. You're like a vagina problem to a diabolical gynecologist trying to ball. If it's not, well, fuck you, just buy me. Double timing the rhyming. I leave you stymied. That's why they still vilify me like Bill O'Reilly. I'ma show you what I mean when they call me the Harvey Weinstein. It's 2019. I'm a conniving. When I'm on the mic, I'ma stand out like a lime green white beater with a knife and I'm a sight. See, you can see from the ring I'm wearing me in this game. We got married already. Had the prenup ready. Fucked on us and I seen her belly. She barely was 3 months pregnant. Bitch had it, gave me a baby. We named it Machine Gun Kelly. Now here's to LL, Big L and Dell. K Solo, Tretch and G-Rap, DJ Polo, Tony, D.O.D.B, Modi, Run DMC, at OG, MTBMB, DOC, Ice-T, Evil D, King TUTFO, and Schoolie, DPE, and BDP. YZ and Chi Ali, Rakim and Eric B. They were like my therapy from B.I.G. in Paris. 3 times open, so we'll have a C in PRT. In WA and ECE, and DRE was like my GPS. Without him, I don't know where I'd be.
Man, here we go. I said that we live in the land of criminal. My era, so original. I survived it and that's a miracle. Man.
Cause I'm from Slaughterhouse. Check yourself. Like Ice Cube said before you wreck yourself. Like Wu-Tang said, you should protect yourself. I got him going.
Okay.
I only knew some of the people that he listed off there.
So this is a crazy song because you could just listen to it and it sounds really good. You know what I mean? Like you could just vibe out. Like it's cool. Got like a fun chorus and like the verses are good. But if you want to actually understand, it's like, oh my God, there's a whole nother layer to this. It's like crazy. All right. So, and we thought the old school people were like going in depth with their references. I mean, Eminem just names everybody. All right, so he comes in. He says, "Better hope an ambulance is en route. Papers are hand grenades. Soon as I pull the pin out." So, like he's rhyming. So the pen. There's a play on that.
Oh, okay.
Hand grenade. As soon as I pull the pin of the hand grenade, but then pen
That makes
with the
sense.
paper. So right, he's killing shit with his raps.
It's a good one.
I am the Santa Fe, Mandalay, and Orlando, and Colorado, and Columbine, all combined into one. I don't walk a line, bitch, I run.
Nice.
So we don't even need annotation for this. Those are all mass shootings. I believe they're all shootings, right? Or are they bombings too?
Columbine's a shooting.
Yeah, they're all shootings, aren't they? Yeah, 5
Santa
mass
Fe.
shootings. Yeah,
Mandalay Bay.
yeah. So he's saying, he's all the shooting, the horrible events combined. And then he says, I don't walk the line. I don't walk a line, bitch, I run. So, the phrase like walk the line.
Like toe the line.
Yeah, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
So he runs, he's like, he doesn't follow, he does his own thing. Because we don't got no time to waste. So come on, Denaun. Here come me, 5 to 9, and thought, da dun da dun. So he does this really cool play on where he rhymes like Denaun, and then he says da dun da dun, like almost like Batman, kind of like da dun da dun da dun.
Oh, yeah.
So he says,
Okay.
so come on, Denaun, and then he da dun da dun.
And it kind of rhymes.
Exactly. So it's cool, and he's named the rappers who have verses on this song. And he says, then like a shotgun, I'm ready to cock it on him. Leave these pussies stretched out like the Octomom. So that's a funny bar. He's cocking them on him, the shotgun, he's about to kill them. Again, he's doing this imagery of the hand grenade, so it's like an assault, his rhyming skills, he's killing them. And then the Octomom, obviously, she had 8 babies at once, so stretched out.
Mm-hmm.
Never had no trouble keeping up with the times. I just adapt to the climate. I treat it like my Levi's. When they ain't buttoned up right, I adjust on the fly.
Okay.
So that's a cool line.
Yeah.
So he's saying he always adjusts, the styles have changed in the 20 whatever years, so he's doing his thing. He adapts to the climate, and then like his Levi's, when they ain't buttoned up right, I adjust on the fly.
Which is a good one.
Yes.
It's a good one.
So yeah, the Levi's, they have, well, some of them at least, they have the buttons instead of the zippers. And so if it ain't buttoned up right, it's a double entendre, meaning like if the culture, people aren't doing their thing right, but then also literally, and then you adjust on the fly. So he can change his style, but also literally rebutton them. Middle fingers, put them high. That's why they call it a bird, because you put it up in the sky. I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like a spider crawling up your spinal column. I'm climbing up the sides of the asylum wall and dive into a pile of Tylenol. You're like a vagina problem to a diabolical gynecologist trying to ball a fist. I will. Fuck you. Just buy me. Double timing the rhyming. I leave you stymied. That's why they still vilify me like Bill O'Reilly. So,
Nice.
I mean, he's just doing a play on this, like a spider crawling up your spinal column. So I guess, it's getting people all like, like feeling uncomfortable and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the asylum wall. So the imagery of him being crazy, he's a nut. He's in the madhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Dive into Tylenol, drug addiction. We know all that. And then you're a vagina problem to a diabolical gynecologist. So, you're nothing. He's going
Yeah.
to handle you. So, and then he says double timing the rhyming, and he actually does start double timing, his rhymes. He's fitting way more syllables into
Yeah, he starts going a lot faster.
yeah. They still vilify me like Bill O'Reilly, so the old Fox News host. I'm gonna show you what I mean when they call me the Harvey Weinstein of 2019. So obviously Harvey Weinstein, the sexual assault, rape, shit. He's a
Yeah.
producer, so he's saying he's doing that to hip hop, the game, right? I'm conniving when I'm on the mic. I'm a standout like a lime green wife beater with a knife out. That's just funny. He's killing people, So on the mic, he stands out, and then he does this reference of wearing a lime green wife beater, which is very random with a knife out. So I guess if you saw somebody with that, it would be standing out.
Yeah.
And then he says, I'm a sight to see, but you can't see from the ring I'm wearing. Me and this game, we got married already, had the prenup ready, fucked on her, should have seen her belly. She was barely 3 months pregnant. Bitch had it, gave me a baby. We named it Machine Gun Kelly. That's such a long little scheme just to
Like basically,
say
like he's my
son.
child,
Yeah.
my kid.
Yes. So yeah, he's married to the. I'm a sight to see, but you can see from the ring I'm wearing. So he's married to hip hop, and then he does this whole long thing to say yes, MGK is my son. So it's funny that he just like still is going on him after him on this album, because this is years after Kamikaze, and
Yeah, I don't
two
know if I
years.
would be so insulted by that though.
I know.
I'd be like, Eminem said I'm his kid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you could actually be like, yeah, he's acknowledging me. All right. So then this is the crazy part. He says, now here's to LL, Big L, and Dell, K Solo, Tretch, and G Rap, DJ Polo, Tony D, ODB, Mo D, Run DMC, Ed OG, and EPMD, DOC, Ice T, Evil D, King T, UTFO, and Schoolie D, PE, and BDP, YZ, and Chi Ali, Rakim, and Eric B. They were like my therapy. From Big in Paris, 3 times Dope, and Some Will Never See, and PRT, NWA, and Easy E, and DRE was like my GPS. Without him, I don't know where I'd be.
I only know 5 of those, and there's Big L, Run DMC, Ice T, Biggie, NWA, Easy E, and Dre. That's it.
Okay, so there's
Cool J. I just didn't realize that was
so that's the other thing. Some of them are not full names. So the annotations, this is part of the reason why I wanted to do this too, on Lyric Genius. So I mean, we're not going to read all of these, but it says he drops 27 names. So LL Cool J, he's a rapper.
Big L.
Big L, rapper, we know him. Del, the funky Homo sapien. Yes. With the Gorillas.
Why do so many? Oh, I was about to say he has a song called Clint Eastwood. So do the Gorillas.
Yeah.
So many songs called Clint Eastwood, but okay, I get it.
K Solo and the rap duo EPMD were both members of the East Coast hip hop collective Hit Squad. Okay. Tretch, Naughty by Nature, we know him. G Rap and Cool G Rap and DJ Polo are a New York hip hop duo with G Rap and memorabilia Juice Crew. Got that. Tony D behind the boards for PRT. Interesting, don't know him. ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, Wu Tang Clan.
Okay.
Cool Mo D, the Treacherous Three. Run DMC, them. Ed OG, also spelled Ed OG, is known for Ed OG and the Bulldogs. EPMD, know them. The DOC was a collaborator with NWA, know him. Ice T, DJ Evil D, don't know that. King T, is considered one of the pioneers of West Coast, don't really know him. UTFO, Untouchable Force Organization, Roxanne. Oh, that's very old school. Schoolie D, Philadelphia rapper, 1985 single. Damn. So Eminem referenced him in another song we did a while back. PE's Public Enemy.
I know that.
BDP, Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One.
I know that.
YZ is an early rapper. I don't even think I know that. Chi Ali, teenage rapper. Eric B. and Rakim.
I've heard of them.
From Long Island.
Yes.
Notorious B.I.G., obviously. Yes. Paris, California rapper. 3 times Dope.
No.
PRT, Poor Righteous Teachers.
No.
All right.
Still a lot that I don't know or have never heard of before.
Yes. And then the obvious at the end where he says, DRE was like my GPS. Without him, I don't know where I'd be.
That's a good line.
So a little play on that.
Yeah.
And then, yes, it just goes into the chorus again, which we heard.
Yes.
All right. So what are your thoughts on Yah Yah?
So it's good. It's different. It's a lot more of like an old school type of rap while also rapping about old school rap, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely a big distance from even like not even I can't say the newer shit because when you say newer shit, you think of like mumble rap, but like Eminem's like newer stuff is more like of the time. But like this is more of like an old school rap song.
Yeah, like the boom bap style.
Yeah, I like it. I just had no idea what a lot of what they were talking about, so I was kind of confused, but it's really good.
Me too, which is again why we did this. It's probably a shit show of a video with the lyrics because you probably can't even like when you watch this video, you're probably not going to be able to see the lyrics on the screen down there. So
But
it's
it
going to
just
be
sort
annoying.
of gives credit to like your other videos where like you clearly actually know
Yeah.
the lyrics. Like this is like anyone who watches our videos will realize now, like, oh damn, like he really does just know. Like he's not like doing research before the video. Like he did research before this video, still no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. So like this one, so Eminem, I know, I listen to Eminem. So the other rappers like Royce and, Black Thought, like their references, I'm like, I don't really know. You know what I mean? Even though this is on an Eminem song. And then Eminem's references to all the other rappers are like, old school shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is a great song. Like I said, it's cool because it sounds good. It's got, Q-tip on the hook, and so it sounds good. It has that like feel of like, oh, this is a nice song to listen to. But like when you go in depth in the lyrics, it's like, wow, there's a lot of shit going on here. And like, it's a big, like, it's like an homage to original hip hop, which is cool.
It's good.
And
It's
most,
definitely
most of
good.
it went over my head, but I still
Me
like it.
too.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, so definitely check out Carnivore Snacks, Chomps, SeatGeek, Amazon storefront. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you. Bye.
Bye.